All right, Nick, what do you got for us?
Yeah, you guys. Well, I'm standing inside the Superdome, and I can tell you this right now: it's really sticky up here with all the beer that's spilled. Probably Saints fans celebrating this victory, but yeah, it was a pretty as you guys known, going into some of these locker rooms after losses. There's not a lot of guys available. The same kind of circumstances after this loss because I think the Bears, and I asked Tyson Bagent this, Cole Kmet, and also DJ Moore, like they lost this game despite having 5 turnovers, but it was a one-score game. And I asked Tyson about that, and he said he thought the team played extremely well, you guys, and it's embarrassing. He used the word embarrassing to lose that game and lose that turnover battle this badly, but again, only lose by 1 score. And I feel like that was a sentiment for a lot of the guys in the locker room. They felt like they were in this, but anytime you don't win the turnover battle, you have 8 penalties compared to the Saints 1, you're not going to win football games.
Nick, you talked to DJ Moore. What did he have to say about the drop in the end zone and maybe even the play down the middle? Or anything for that matter.
Yeah, so, Adam, you had that observation about the glove, if it was a factor on the fumble. And DJ Moore was asked about that, and he said it didn't really have anything to do with why he fumbled the ball. He was just trying to make a play, like as he usually does. We usually see DJ Moore fighting for extra yardage, but he said that, the defender just had a nice peanut punch while I think it was Tyrann Mathieu had him wrapped around his leg. So even if he wanted to try to go get the ball after it was punched out, he didn't really have an opportunity to. So it was a really good play by the Saints, but he didn't say that the glove and, it not being on his hand properly had anything to do with why DJ fumbled that ball.
No, did he confirm, though, that it wasn't on properly?
All he said was it didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, well, so I agree with that. That was a straight peanut punch. I think that comes out, regardless. I just thought it was weird he didn't have his glove on right before the play started.
No, that's legit.
So, Nick, you had a chance to talk to Cole Kmet. Did he relay the FU brags? I know that it's in a losing fashion, so he probably forgot to. It's okay.
I can't confirm or, deny whether or not he did say that, Greg, but, it was pretty funny clip seeing that go around. And, as Cole was scoring touchdowns, we can only imagine what he was saying afterwards. But, guys, like he did say, like Cole Kmet was very when he was describing how Tyson Bagent played, he said he played a really good game. And he said when you go back and watch the film, it's going to confirm that. And he said a lot of it is really on some of the skilled guys, including himself, to help out Tyson Bagent on the first interception that looked like it was going towards Cole. He said he doesn't know if Tyson got fooled by the drop 8, but he could do a better job coming back to the football. And he said on that play, he got into more of a scramble mode, and his initial window that he was in, it closed. So he worked back to another window, but he just has to stay on that line and come back for the football, or even at the very least break up that pass. And he said there are a couple of those scenarios in this game where Tyson's making a good throw, but maybe the skill guys are not doing their part in trying to at least not have something be an interception. It could be a broken up pass, like Cole was just saying on the one that was intended for him. But he said that he loved how Tyson was playing in terms of how he ripped the ball, the decision-making, and he said that the film's going to confirm that when they go back and watch it.
Nick, with the aerial view in the stadium, did you get a sense of why they were able to kind of unlock some of the things they want to do with Darnell Mooney, especially early in the game? He was kind of getting loose, making some big plays, doing some drags and getting open. Did you get a sense for what they were doing to kind of scheme him open, if anything?
I would just say, like, they finally were, I think, utilizing Darnell Mooney to his strengths. Like, you get that guy out in space, and you can see what he can do with the yards after catch opportunities. I'll tell you this vantage point, I can't even see – this would be the Saints sideline that's closest to the press box. From my vantage point, you cannot see it. Like, I had to literally stand up the entire game from my seat just to kind of see, again, everything that was going on here. But I think just for Darnell Mooney, they were finally utilizing – him the right way, putting him in space, let him get those yards after the catch. And, that's why we saw the most productive Darnell Mooney that we had seen, this season.
I can tell you from that vantage point, I could still see Zach Miller caught that ball. Could see it clear as day from that top of that spaceship you're in right now.
Zach Miller.
Al Riveron, meanwhile, circling shadows on a telestrator.
You suck, Al. Hey, Nick, you were at Bagent too. We just listened to him. What was your number one takeaway?
For me, I think Tyson, he was asked about if this is his last opportunity, you guys, if Justin Fields comes back for Thursday Night Football, like how does he think he did overall in terms of just playing these 3 games? And he said he thought he did a lot of good things, can learn a lot, was blessed beyond measure to even have these opportunities. And he had a lot of fun doing so, but he's not going to change his mindset. And that's who Tyson Bagent is. I think we've all come to learn that, but you could see on the field, I think it was after the second interception, he just drops to 2 knees, looks at the ground and just punches, the turf here. Inside the Superdome, just because of I think he puts a lot of preparation into this, you guys, and when it doesn't come out to be the exact execution that he would like it to be, obviously he's frustrated, but he's had a great opportunity, takes full advantage of it, and he's blessed to have it. So that's going to be the question, though, you guys. Thursday Night Football, are we going to see Justin Fields? DJ Moore was asked about it. He doesn't really know. It's a short week. But if there's an opportunity for Justin Fields to play, I'm all for seeing number 1 back on the football field.
I thought one of the things that was the big difference maker in the fourth quarter was the run game for the Bears got shut down. But one of the observations I saw making the rounds, and I agreed with it, was they were only running to the left side, it felt like. Do you feel like they could have maybe tried to – I feel like Darnell Wright's one of their strengths. Why do you feel like they got away from running behind him a little more?
Well, Cole Kmet was asked if there was anything done schematically that changed in the second half as opposed to the first half, because it seemed like there were more of those chunk plays in the first half of this game. And what Cole noticed was that they were playing a little softer on the edges in the second half. And I think when that happens, it wasn't allowing the Bears to maybe replicate what they were doing in the first half. So you didn't see some of those bigger chunk plays. The running game wasn't as much of a factor in the second half, but he did say that the Saints, credit to them, were able to just, again, play softer edges, and that kind of maybe had an implication as to why the Bears weren't able to run the ball as effectively as they would have liked to.
So adjustments are still an issue.
Nick, before you go, by my math, the Bears can still finish 10-7. Do you think they will?
I mean, that's thinking really optimistically, you guys. The Bears they have so many issues, and I think what Cole this was interesting that he said what he was asked that Matt and Ryan earlier in the week said that they feel like this team was close, right? Close in whatever close means, but he was asked, do you feel like, you're close? And Cole was like, not in terms of execution standpoint. Alignment and penalties are still a big issue with the team. Like fundamentals, the easy thing, not the easy things, but just the most basic of things are still an issue for this football team, right? And, to finish 10-7, Mark, you at least need to be good in those areas of your football team. And still, the Bears struggle with the most basics of basics. So I don't think they're going to finish that way. Hopefully it's an entertaining last couple of games here to end this 2023 season, because these losses, as you guys know, get pretty stagnant, pretty boring to cover. So we'll see what ends up happening here.
And there aren't even any more fun road trips. LA's behind us. New Orleans is behind us. Tampa. Like, now you're just on the road and you're just like,
you guys had some good. This was a good
I will
schedule.
Not.
I agree, but I'm saying the good ones are behind us. Now we're talking about Cleveland and Green Bay.
I will not stand for this elitist complaining going on here.
You still get Lambeau. You still get U.S. Bank Stadium.
Nick, Adam Hoke
Love
predicted the Bears would win 10 games this year. Do you think that Adam will be right?
No, I don't think any of us are going to be right.
I'd like to ask a much more important question than that one. Who is the most hungover in the press box today? And if the answer isn't Adam Johns, feel free to dodge the question.
So it wasn't Adam Johns. He did come up to me, though, and I'm like, Johns, you have a reputation here, huh? He's like, oh, yeah, there was, a time where he had too much of a good time. But I don't think anyone was really hungover, Adam. And, I had a fun night. But like not too bad of a hangover. I don't know if anyone's had chicken from Brothers. It's like a gas station. Phenomenal chicken, you guys. You can ask anybody in New Orleans. They're going to say the same exact thing. I don't know if anyone can vouch for me here, but
that's the place that Darnell Mooney told me to go to when I did my one-on-one with him. He's a Tulane kid, so he told me to go somewhere. He's like, they got chicken. It's like a little hole in the wall. I can't remember if that's the name he said, but it may have been.
Yeah, it's like a gas station.
Nick, during the telecast, I saw a Saints fan dressed as the Pope sprinkling some kind of like holy water or voodoo juice on the field during a third down. Will there be an
Holy water or
NFL investigation into this? Because I'm seeing some cheating going on at the Superdome that I don't appreciate.
Very interesting question, Greg. I don't know.
Hey, Nick.
I did not see this myself, but maybe.
Nick, what did
I'll
you
go find
see?
it.
What did you see and what did you think about Montez Sweat's Chicago Bears debut?
Yeah, I think overall the pass rush, we need to see more of it, but there were some times where you saw Sweat either backing down the left tackle. He obviously got his hand on on a third down attempt for Derek Carr, but it just felt like this was another game where the pass rush was just non-existent. And yes, the Bears were still, I think playing competitively on defense despite the I don't know, just overall difficulties they had on third down, but the pass rush, it's still not there. And I didn't think Montez Sweat was going to go have a Khalil Mack debut like he did against the Packers in 2018, but still, they have a lot of issues that they need to correct on that side.
Nick, my recommendation is a place called Deanie's. Before you get out of here, get some crawfish, go right up to the bar there at Deanie's, and it's down there in the French Quarter.
Like Giacomo's.
There's a lot of different places.
Oof, get the alligator
Deanie's
sausage.
is great.
It's called Mothers. You went to Brothers. Call them Mothers as well.
Nick, I once interviewed Martellus Bennett at a foot massage place down there. I think you should go there.
Why were you
True story.
There's so many questions with that, Mark, but okay.
They got a couple's foot massage while he interviewed him.
Yeah. We both kicked back, and Martellus, he was worried what we were going to do for the day. It didn't seem like he was super excited about it, but I told him, I think we should just go get a foot massage and talk, and he got fired up. So I think you should go to that spot. Bring, I don't know, Josh, bring Schrock with you. He'll Schrock wants to hang out.
Josh Schrock?
Because Schrock was awesome on Friday.
That'll be excellent.
Schrock foot massage?
Schrock would enjoy a foot massage. Schrock's up for fun.
Go to Colette's, Nick. Trust me.
Foot massage, Nick.
All right, I'll jot all those things down, and I'll ask Josh Schrock if he wants to go get a foot massage.
Next time we'll give you these recommendations before you go to New Orleans.
Yeah, Adam, I didn't know about the press box being freezing out here, and then I see that message. I'm like, oh, this would have been nice when I was still in Chicago and could pack, but I appreciate
gave you 24 hours notice.
Yeah, I saw it. He told you.
What?
I was in New Orleans already.
You have a coat on, don't you? But that's how cold it is. He's still cold. He's wearing a jacket. I don't know why it's so cold up there.
You gave Nick pneumonia. You messed with our reporter.
All right, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
Oh, it's getting dark in here, you guys. All right, see you guys.
Not Super Bowl dark.
Lights out on the Bears season.
We all silly like the mayor.